is happening, YouTube. So my first ever vlog. So you might not even see this. If you are seeing this on YouTube right now, it means I've actually managed to edit it together myself, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. But if you're seeing this now, it means I've edited it myself. So I think that's, first of all, a high five to me for managing that. So first ever vlog, what I'm going to go through is the photo shoot. So why am I doing the photo shoot? Do I think it's going to achieve? How's it gone? And sort of talk you through like the food, the training, everything from there. We're currently, as I filmed this right now, we're currently one week out today. This vlog will last a full week, so I'm going to show you my normal food and then my peak week food in terms of what I'm doing to sort of peak my body and get it ready for that photo shoot. I'll show you what I'm eating. You might not be interested in it, and it probably will be boring to you, but I'm showing you anyway, so tough shit coming on for the ride. In terms of the shoot and why I'm doing that, basically I wanted to show to me and to clients as well and to other people out there that you can get in great shape and be busy. Right now I'm probably the busiest my life has ever been in terms of coaching. I'm coaching probably the most amount of clients I've ever had. I am in a position where I'm running the gym, and the gym's the busiest it's ever been, and we're trying to grow the gym this year in terms of like plenty of good opportunities that's sort of been spoke about already, which is fantastic, and other stuff that's going along behind the scenes with the gym, as well as that sort of managing newborn. So again, at the minute of recording this, Eva's 4.5 months old. So managing sort of everything at the minute is, I'm just being a lot of play. So I want to show that you can get in great shape and sort of run life as well. I stupidly obviously went to do a photo shoot, which is a little bit more than getting in shape. It's probably going to the extreme where it's not sustainable. It means I've had to sacrifice a fair bit of stuff in terms of social events, and my food's been very, very similar. I've not been as flexible as I'd normally like to be. It's meant that sort of days have been longer, harder, tiring. It's towards this back end, especially this week, again now recording this, it has affected energy levels, concentration, like mood, definitely. I'm sure Luke can sort of like be a bit of a, well, I'm sure she can understand it and sort of resonate with that one as well in terms of where I'm at there. I'm sure I've not been that pleasant to be around. And then obviously in terms of like productivity, it's not been great the last couple of weeks, I'd say. Hunger's been quite high, but I want to do it and show if I can do this and take my body to the extreme right now whilst I'm really busy, I can definitely stay in shape for the rest of my life. There's no reason why, and that's to show to myself and to prove to myself that I can do it, but also to prove to you, anyone that's watching, anyone that's interested, that you can get in great shape and be busy. And then on the back of this, what I'll be showing you is sort of me living a bit more of a balanced life, I suppose, and having a few more social events and staying in shape whilst doing that. So I want to sort of show everyone that it can be done, it is possible. So I'm going to go through now. So we're currently a week out. I'll show you what I'm currently eating in the minute in terms of a normal training day of food. Today's a training day. I have weighed this morning a new low, which is fantastic. I'm buzzing with that one. New low in terms of weight, and it's not all about weight, but it is nice, isn't it, when you get the numbers. So I'll show you what I'm eating on a normal day-to-day basis, and then throughout this week I'll show you what's going to change. Over the upcoming days, my food will change to sort of manipulate my body a little bit more, make sure it looks its best on the day of the photo shoot. And then probably on another vlog I'll show you the actual day of the photo shoot, me looking tanned and orange and probably a bit weird really, and then also going for some food to celebrate after it. So this shoot, Louie's actually doing it with me, so I'm probably more looking forward to seeing how good she looks. Again, given that she's given birth 4 months ago, I look forward to seeing how good she looks, and she's been a massive inspiration for me, and I've looked at her every single time that I've been struggling. I've looked at her and thought, shit, if she's doing this, there's no excuse for me to not do it. So she's massively inspired me, and she is looking incredible. So I'm looking forward to showing you again on a different vlog how good she's looking. But she's definitely dragged me along with her through this journey. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll show you what I'm eating and sort of how things are going at the minute.
So this is the first part of my morning routine. I'm not naked here, by the way. So I would wake up, weigh myself, and then this was a check-in day. So I'm doing my check-in shots to send over to my coach. So I do front, side and back shots. So this is all you're seeing. So here I'm sort of just getting a bit of a flex on, making sure that my coach sees me first thing in the morning and fasted. So here I'm pretty happy with actually how I'm looking. So looking back at this, it's the first time I actually watched it back on this camera actually, where I'm happy with the lines and how they're coming through. Sent it over to my coach and he was pretty happy too. The instructions for here are to go into this peak week with a normal day of this day, and then it's going to be fat load, and then carb load. This was then morning coffee and then straight into my first work block of the day. So nice early start into the first work block of the day. I get stuck in with a lot of work first and foremost, and then I tend to go and start my day either in the gym or with check-ins or with a walk or with whatever it might be, and then we'll go into obviously all my food from here. So a lot of my work is now done remotely. I can sort of run the gym and run all my clients from my computer, which means I'm not sort of on the gym floor quite as much.
These look really, really beige and really bland when you look at them like this, but I will normally add some sort of like skinny sauce or something like that to it, and then some salad or veg. But essentially I have these meals every single day regardless of where I'm at in terms of rest day, training day, and then I'll be doing a refeed as well. But I've got 300 gram potatoes and 200 grams of chicken in each meal. I'll put the calories on the screen for you now, just so you've got a good idea of where I'm at. And this is something that I have very, very often because it helps me hit my protein dog really, really easily. So 200 gram of chicken, I think if I'm right, again, I'll put it on the screen for you anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's like 60 grams of protein. It's like 30 grams of protein for 100 gram of chicken breast, something similar to that. And this meal is like, well, at the minute it's not touching the sides, so I'm really hungry. But it's a really, really quick and easy way to get plenty of protein. If you want to be getting your protein targets hit, you want to be making sure you're getting plenty of lean meats in there. So you want to be looking at like your chicken breast, your turkey mince, turkey medallions, bacon medallions, chicken sausages, egg whites, stuff like that. Really, really useful stuff. If you do struggle to hit that protein, I can't recommend enough to pack your meals out with those foods instead of going for snacks, because snacks will leave you less satisfied. What a snack will essentially do is it won't quite satisfy you in terms of hunger. So whereas obviously if you fill your meals up more, you will be more satisfied. If you just top up on snacks all the time, you're probably going to find that an hour later, 2 hours later, you're hungry again, and then you're wanting more snacks, then more snacks and more snacks. And before you know it, your protein might be hit, but you're probably maxed out or gone over in your calories. So in my opinion, you're better off filling your meals out rather than going for snacks. Right, so this is actually meal 2. Shit, you can't even see me. You can see how good I am at this vlogging stuff. So this is actually meal 2. My first meal was egg whites. So I had egg whites, I had some ham, 50% fat cheese. What else did I have in there? Mushrooms, and then I had 2 bagel thins as well. Just helps me get my carbs in there. So essentially what I'm doing here, I've cooked that chicken potatoes meal that you see, and then I'm just going to bank some salad on the side of it, and get some skinny sauce over the top of that, and it's basically that easy. I try and prep everything, or Luke normally helps me out, to be fair. I try and prep everything sort of 1 or 2 days in advance, and that just means when I've got cravings, when I'm hungry, when I'm busy, it's easy to grab something, bank in the microwave, job done. If you find that you often find yourself caught short with time, with what's available, and you end up snacking on rubbish, and then that sends you over on your calories or just off plan completely, I can't stress enough how important planning your food is in there. Planning your food and prepping some sort of food as well, so you've got something ready available to you. It just makes adherence so much easier. One of the other things that I feel like is an absolute staple in your diet, something that I've been having on a daily basis, is egg whites. Egg whites are absolutely mega when it comes to really high protein, very low in calories, and they're quite filling as well. If you make yourself an omelette with egg whites, something like chicken or ham in there, mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, whatever it might be, make yourself an omelette, fill it out with plenty of stuff, you will be full. You'll be nice and satisfied. Egg whites, honestly, as I get close towards the back end of my diet, these are in there daily, and I can't stress how good they are. Literally all the protein in an egg is in the egg white. I definitely recommend get yourself some. If you're from Wakefield or Wakefield area, get yourself to the sub shop. I get my egg whites from there. Really, really good stuff. And yeah, the guys at the sub shop in Wakefield are so helpful. So I get all my protein as well. So my protein powder, which I'll show you my oats. If you've seen my oats on Instagram, I'm sure you know what I'm on about. But all protein, supplementation, anything that I get, they do their own creatine range. Any supplementation that you will need, get yourself down to the sub shop. They're really, really useful, guys. If you've got no idea what you want or what you need, Tom there will be able to help you massively. But yeah, always good to support local. If you are local, if you aren't local to Wakefield, order online from them anyway. They're decent guys, so it's worth supporting them. So next meal up, we've got the infamous oats. So we've got 140 gram of oats there with 25 grams of protein and then some white chocolate. There's 20 grams of white chocolate on top of that. Now I'll probably just put either blueberries or raspberry on top of that. I've not decided which one just yet. There's some pink salt in here as well. But that's gonna be a pre-workout meal, so I'll probably go train 2 hours after this one, and then job done. Should have a decent workout, full of carbs, and ready to get some PBs.
Okay, so when it comes to training, I started off with the single arm cable row. So with this, as you can see, I'm trying to lean to my right hand side because I'm pulling my right arm to start with. So I'm keeping my chest as high as I can do. That's going to help my lats contract and shorten. And then my slight lean to the right hand side is going to do the exact same thing. And then as you see, as I go to the other side, I'll do the exact same thing but with my left. So I'll be leaning to my left hand side with my chest still nice and high. It's going to help me just get into a contraction. I've really enjoyed doing these during this prep. I feel like it's helped my back develop a lot. Just to get a good connection with it. So as long as you are progressively overloading the movements that you're doing and getting a good connection with it, you're on to a win really. You should see some good development there. And then from there we're onto the prime pull down. So the beauty of this platelet pull down that we've got at our gym is that you can load it in 3 different places. You can load it according to where you want it to be heavy and where you want it to be a little bit lighter. So you can see I'm loading the majority of the middle pin. By the way, you saw me get that plate from the other machine. Make sure you take your weights off the other plate, off the other machines. So you can see here I've loaded some on the middle and some on the top. That just allows the machine to drop off a little bit at the bottom of the movement. Normally with your lats, you're weakest at the bottom where your elbows come down to this point. So when you're at that bottom point of the movement, you are at your weakest, so it's just nice to have that drop off a little bit. And the beauty of the machines at our gym is that you can actually do that and load it up accordingly for that one. So my last rep was pretty brutal, but I must have been feeling myself because I took the top off and went down to a vest for it, so I must have been feeling good or warm. I don't know what I was feeling, but either way, I stripped off for this set, and you can see here intensity is still nice and high when it comes to training. When I went to the next exercise, it was seated chest supported row. So I really like chest supported movements because it helps you brace against something, and then obviously I'm trying to keep intensity as high as you can do. Really like to see how the details coming through my back now as I'm getting leaner and leaner. I've been holding some decent fullness in my back as well. I didn't film the rest of the session really, so I'll just finish off with these bicep curls. I don't like filming a full set because everything just seems to last forever. The sessions last forever. At this point in the diet, I want to get in and get out, but I'm pretty happy with how my arms are looking. I've never really been a fan of my arms. I've never thought they look decent, but when I do get lean, I get very vascular, and they do actually look pretty alright for me, that is. You might look at them and think I'm tiny, but for me, I'm actually pretty happy with them. So that was biceps done, and then we finish off with ab work.
So I've not filmed everything there, but that's basically session done. Just going to finish off with some abs now. I've been training abs like most days. Well, every training day, definitely. Not for the reason that you can lose more stomach fat when you train abs, but just to build that midsection up really. When you want to train it like any other muscle, you want to make sure you train it with resistance so they are getting stronger. So then when you essentially build the muscle. And then even at a higher body fat percentage, if your muscle's bigger, you're more likely to see it. So I wouldn't put your main priority on abs. I'd say make sure you're getting the majority of your training session out of like your big strong lifts. Make sure you are trained to get stronger, not just training loads of abs. You're going to burn a lot more calories, stimulate a lot more muscle from training proper training. If you've got time at the end of your session, throw some resistance work in there for your abs. Again, you'll see I'm doing a superset of cable crunches into hanging leg raises, and I'll finish off some oblique crunches after that. But that's a bit of a circuit that I do after pretty much most sessions really. Right, so post-workout now, we've got protein shake, I think 20 gram of protein powder, almond milk, straight over your Cocoa Pops. I'd say after the oats, second best meal of the day, definitely. If you've ever thought that your calorie tracking was accurate, and thought you guessing your calories was accurate, try and weigh out a portion of cereal or a portion of what you'd have as your peanut butter, and I guarantee you'll be wrong. And a top tip when it comes down to eating when you are hungry in a diet, try use a small spoon. It'll make your meals last a lot longer. It'll slow down the process of eating, which is actually good for digestion anyway, because you're going to take your time eating it rather than just wolfing it down because you're starving. But the psychology of like the small spoon, you feel like or you think you're having more food. So small spoon at this point in the diet, much needed. So I'm going to wrap the vlog up there. So I'm going to read through where I was there. So that was 2,400 calories. 2,480 actually. I wish it was 4,000. But there we had my egg white meal that was coming in at 493 calories. Again, plenty of protein with that one. So looking at 52 grams of protein for that first meal of the day. Very low in calories, but plenty of protein. Next up, we had the chicken and potatoes meal. So that one was twice in the day. I had that. Then straight away, I think 3 hours after that, only 463 calories. And that one comes out at 67 grams of protein. So if you are short on protein, you feel like you struggle to hit your protein, can't trust enough how much good lean meat is in your meal, pack your meals out with that. So I'd recommend for men, again, this is just a general rule of thumb, for men, try not to have any less than 200 grams of lean meat in the meal. For females, maybe 150, and it'll probably help you get your protein goal. Next meal, I had them pre-workout, so I had my oats, 714 calories, so a decent chunk of calories built up there with 35 grams of protein. Again, you want quite a fair bit of calories pre-workout and carbohydrates pre-workout, because it's going to fuel you to train well and then recover well after training as well. And then last meal I had my Cocoa Pops, so only 342 calories, but I don't really like eating big meals before going to bed, because I tend to find that digestion obviously digestion can actually keep me awake, and using quite a lot of energy to digest the food, so that can stop you getting to sleep. So 340 calories with that one, and just 18 grams of protein. That's from the protein powder. But that's the run of, that was a normal day. Again, over the week, I'll try and film a little bit more of like the peak week and what that's like. So fat loading, then carb loading. But that was normal training day calories for me at the minute, 1 week out from my photo shoot. And then as I go through the week, things will change to manipulate and get the most out of my body as much as I possibly can do there. So thank you everyone for watching. If you're still here, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and hopefully you're here for the next one as well.